Alright everybody, so I've been sanding this stuff and with the drill and trying to get off as much rust as I possibly can, and these pieces are starting to look pretty good here. Got it touched up pretty nicely. The lid is touched up, but there's still just a significant amount of rust on a lot of these pieces. So I mean, I think I've got the bulk of it off, but you can still see there's definitely some rust on some of these pieces. So I'm just going to continue to try to like get as much of the bigger chunks as I possibly can. It's clear I'm not going to be able to get it down to perfectly shiny brand new, but then again, I just need to get those big pieces off, you know, and then I'll be able to kind of paint this. So for this video, part 2 kind of thing, I'm going to finish sanding this and that box, and then I'm going to do this a little bit. I've already started on the these pieces right here, and you can see I've kind of touched up around here. Took off, I got new gasket. I did order those new pieces, so they did come from old Coleman parts.com. So I got the gasket right here. I've kind of sanded this a little bit to kind of get off the gunk. I've got this real nice. You can see the definitely different color. Definitely a lot of rust and some gunk build up here. So I'm going to hit this with the brush and try to see if I can just knock out some of these bigger you know, these bigger pieces and some of this gunk off here and make this a little bit better. And then I'm gonna have to tape this up and paint the whole thing because it's just disgusting. So but the plan is touch up the base here a little bit more, get this wire brushed a little bit better. Then I'm gonna stick all this stuff in a tub of warm soapy water with a Brillo pad, scrub it, I'll show you that, and then dry it off, everything real nice, and then I'll be ready to paint. So let me go ahead and start doing this piece a little bit, and I'll kind of show you that, and then we'll kind of move on to the next thing. And you can see just on the floor here how much of the stuff has just been coming off this. It's absolutely a ton of just dust and stuff. That's why I'm wearing a mask and got my eye protection on. But all right, let me go ahead and get this piece going. I'll kind of show you sanding that a little bit. Hold it like this, get that brush in here, get that gunk off. There we go, you can see it's working already. Yeah, you can see the difference right there. I mean, it's right a lot. I'm going to get this piece right in here. I'm going to flip it over and definitely do a little bit more on this side, as you can see right in here, kind of get that clean. Then I'm additionally going to spray it over, obviously with the high heat spray. So let me go ahead and kind of touch this up, and then I'll show you some more, and then I'll show you when I think I got it pretty good. Alright, so as you can see, I got all that kind of gunk around the edges. This is still a little bit rusted, so just touch this up a little bit. Then when I'm going to cover this and spray it after I wash it and stuff, and get this all kind of sprayed in here, kind of put that protective spray on it. I have to add maybe a little WD-40 and stuff to protect these threads and make sure they don't rust up. But for right now, I'm just going to get a nice big tub of water, and I'm going to make sure I wash and scrub all this stuff and then dry it real good, and then we'll get ready to paint it. So I think we're just about there. So let me bring you back when I've got the bucket full of water, and we've got these parts in there, and we're going to wash them all up. Alright, so I got this bucket of water right here, and I'm going to just kind of take these pieces, and I'm just going to use this Brillo pad here and just really kind of scrub and get all this crust and everything else that might still be left on here, and any kind of like leftover dust from the sanding off. So I'm just really going to soapy water clean, get in here, and then I'm going to actually dry these off really good. And you know, make sure they're all nice and clean. Get some of the stuff where I couldn't get with the sander, with the wire brush. So I'm just going to make sure this is all nice and clean. I'm going to dry it real good, and so hopefully it won't re-rust. Get this all clean. So I'm just going to do one piece at a time. And I've got a couple of different Brillo pads. And get in here. Hopefully you can see that what I'm doing. Sorry if you missed that part there, but just trying to get all this nice and clean. Any residue from the, like I said, the sanding. So get this all done. Nice soapy water. Kind of clean this. Yeah, it's even looking better already. So get in here, in these pieces. All right, now I will have to put some WD-40 and some rust protectant in some of this stuff, but once I do that, it should be a lot better. So put this here. You can see that right there. Get this all nice. Looks pretty good, so I'm going to set this off to the side here, and you can see got it all nice and kind of shined up, cleaned up, kind of greased up, or rather get the grease off of it. So probably do a little bit more on this piece, and then we'll do another one. So and let me get to those different pieces. So now we're going to work on this lid piece. Again, get this nice and clean. Scrub it off. Get all these pieces opened. Sure. Try to get anything else that's off here. Get this nice and scrubbed. Again, just get all the residue off of it from the sanding, and just kind of left over. So like I said, so we'll do each of these pieces. So I'll just show you this one real quick, and then like I said, we're going to dry this real good so there's no standing water on it.
Alright everybody, just a quick word from some of the supporters of the channel. First Slammer Series turkey calls. They're made by a hunter for hunters. If you're looking for a new turkey call, visit www.slammerseries.com. Also, Aqua Leisure Services LLC, serving the Rehoboth Beach, Delaware and surrounding areas, meeting all your pool and spa needs. Science Scientists, providing a broad range of services including wall, murals, vehicle wraps, design, print, and marketing services. Regardless of your business requirements, their experts are up to the task. Visit www.sciencescientist.com or call 919-685-7641. Also, Tactical Creations. We're a small, personalized business that's here to help you personalize items to make the gift that you give that much more special. Visit www.tacticalcreation.com or call 770-548-2691. If you're interested in purchasing any NC Piedmont Outdoors apparel or Slammer Series apparel, visit our Teespring site. The link is in the description box.
Alright, here's this piece. This again holds the burners there and stuff. Just get this nice. Any leftover residue. When you paint this, you want to make sure there's no leftover dust. This piece actually came out the best of all the ones that I scrubbed and did with the wire brush. This piece was probably in the best shape and really was pretty good compared to other parts of the stove. But I mean, look at that, that's pretty decent right there. If you can see it, I think you can see it. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, it's not too bad. So I got a roll of paper towels over there we'll use to dry it, so it shouldn't be a problem. Alright, and then of course the last piece is this big case. Put this all in here. Oh, right down, scrubbed. Oh. This thing was so rusted and so dirty. So there's still, if I can just get some of this stuff rubbed off here in the corners where the brush had a little bit of hard time getting to. But I think I can do a good job in cleaning up some of this other stuff. And then once I do that, this should be really good. Look really nice. So let's see. That corner's better, that corner's better. This corner, get a little bit more right in here. You can see probably right in there, maybe this corner, if you can see that. I'm trying to see what y'all see on the camera. Alright, so if you can see, I'm trying to right here in this corner, just trying to get a little bit of this more build up here. If I can get that off right there and a little bit of the corners, that should be good. But otherwise, this piece looks pretty good. So just do a little bit more scrubbing. This Brillo pad, kind of get that pieces off that corner and this corner, like I said. Man, this should be good. This is gonna look really nice for Brody. Get this done for him. So I do like building these stoves, and kind of it's a fun project just to kind of refurbish them a little bit. So, and I told you I did buy those Coleman parts for the for that gasket piece that goes around, like right here. There's a piece of material that goes right around here that is supposed to help seal it in. So I made sure I got some of that material. I just got to cut it and kind of put it in. Can you still see that, I bet? Yeah, so right in here there's material that goes right here. There's a little white gasket. It's all dry rotted because of the age of the stove. So I got new. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that new piece is sitting right on there real nice. So, and I got, like I said, I got my hair dryer, so I'm going to blow this stuff out and get it nice and dry so it don't re-rust while it's sitting here. But yeah, I think we're pretty good. Yeah, it's not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, I mean, you still see some surface rust. You know, I did the best I could. I think but the paint should help protect some of that. And got off the big chunks, so we're gonna give it a go. So, all right. So next step is let's get some paper towels, and we're gonna dry all this stuff off. Get it ready to go to dry, and then once it dries and gets all set, then we'll get ready to paint. So let me go ahead and empty this water and get this stuff dried off. Alright, so now we've got all these pieces that were nice and washed off and clean. So now I'm just going to take this paper towel and just start washing and wiping down all these pieces and make sure they're nice and dry. So I'm just going to wipe down the case and the bottom here, and then I got to wipe off the different pieces here. But this is kind of what it looks like. I mean, it's still got obviously some surface, very, very minimal, I think, rust there that I think will just be covered by the paint. We should be good. I mean, it was a lot harder than I thought to like use that brush. Maybe I needed to do it more. I'm not sure, but at least for this build, we're gonna say good. And you know, we've got the majority of that big rust off, so hopefully we can paint it and that'll help protect it. So, all right, so that's the base. I did the lid. Here's the burners, right? So same thing here. Just gotta make sure this is all nice and clean and dry. Definitely don't want any moisture here, because next thing after this, I'm going to start taping them up. Tape up these pieces and you know, put some tape over here, and then we'll start painting. Get all these pieces painted up real nice, so it'll be awesome. So let's do that. Let's just leave that here, and then let's see this right here. Got this piece. You know, again, this is where the burners sit. It's all real nice. Let's make sure this is nice and dry. And yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. So, all right. So, what are our next steps? We've got to. I'm gonna lay these pieces out individually. I'll put some paper towels in those burners in case there's any extra moisture in there, and I can get it kind of soaked up. But for the most part, I mean, they're gonna be dry, and just kind of let them sit here overnight, and then. Next piece will be to, like I said, just kind of tape them up and then do some painting. So, where are my acrylic paints? Paints are over there by my other bench. So, all right, but yeah, that's kind of just getting to the end here, putting this stove together. So this will be a good place to end part 2, and then part 3 we're gonna tape it up, and then give it a first coat, and we'll go from there. So, all right, everybody, thanks for watching, and we'll have another video for you soon. Take care.
Thanks for watching NC Piedmont Outdoors, camping, fishing, and hunting adventures.